Bowl, and he criticized the game plan, which seemed like a shot at his head coach, Mike McCarthy. McCarthy responded by saying he has a good relationship with his quarterback, and Rodgers was asked about it yesterday. Take a listen.
Mike and I talk all the time. We have a great relationship. There's always been great communication between us. Even if there is things that we need to talk about that are tough, tough subjects. We've never had a problem, finding time and talking, and that's the way it's been for 10+ years. There's frustration in this business, and that's what Mike always says. Conflict is good. You gotta keep the conversation going. We gotta find ways to be more efficient on offense. Although, like I said, Sunday afternoon, the numbers might have looked good, 420 yards, 50% plus on third down. The execution wasn't where it needs to be.
A little bit of a different tone there from Aaron. Shannon, are you buying this great relationship between Rodgers and McCarthy?
Well, McCarthy said they had a good relationship. Aaron Rodgers said they had a great relationship. So it's somewhere in the middle of that, Skip Bayless. I think both of these guys want to be successful. I think Aaron Rodgers just has a different view of how that needs to happen. Somehow I think we've come up under the notion that in order for you to have a successful team, the coach and quarterback need to be best friends, or they need to have a great relationship. Skip, we see Coach Belichick and Tom Brady does not have the great relationship. They have a coach-player relationship. Chuck Nolan, Terry Bradshaw didn't have the greatest of relationships.
True.
They won 4 Super Bowls.
Yep.
One relationship won 5 Super Bowls. They've won 1 Super Bowl. I just think the thing is, Aaron's hurt. He's not 100%. And Skip, when you there are plays that if you were healthy, there are plays that you can make. And I think the biggest thing with Aaron is like, if I'm out here, I need you to turn me loose, Mike McCarthy. Stop calling these conservative behind plays and let me play football.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot. I think that has a lot to do with Aaron. Because if I'm out there, Skip, if you don't think I can do the job, why am I out here? Why are you calling plays as if I'm not out here? I'm here. So clearly you feel that I can get the job done, so just let me go play football. Mike McCarthy said sometimes, I'm sure he's saying this to himself. He probably didn't tell it. I need to protect you from yourself. Because, sometimes we're our biggest enemy because we think we're invincible, we're infallible, and we need protection. I think once they get this thing on the right track, they'll be just fine. But there's a lot of frustration. You go back to it a lot. It's going to be very disappointing. You have this generational, transcendent figure, and you only get 2 and win 1 Super Bowl. And so this thing is starting to build here. The frustration is starting to build. Minnesota got better. There's some better teams in the NFC. The Rams are coming. They look good. Philly doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Chicago, Skip Bayless. We don't know what Trubisky's going to be, but they got a defense that's going to keep them in a lot of games.
Detroit's pretty good.
See, there you go. See, you ruin every conversation.
I was like, okay.
Yeah. So, after all that I've seen and heard from Sunday to yesterday, Aaron Rodgers versus Mike McCarthy, I believe Mike McCarthy could qualify as Coach of the Year every year in the National Football League for putting up with this diva that is his quarterback.
Oh, my goodness.
He's a really gifted quarterback. We know that. But this is tricky. This is week-to-week juggling of egos like it's nitroglycerin. And I don't know how Mike McCarthy puts up with it, because the truth is he shouldn't have to put up with what happened Sunday night after that game, Sunday late afternoon, because that was just wrong. And I said so on Monday, because his rant after the game, it wasn't about them as in the Packers' performance. It was about him as in, I didn't get the numbers that I needed against the Buffalo.
He's not a numbers guy.
Oh, no, not at all. He's just the NFL's LeBron James is all.
There you go. Why you keep doing that?
But it's just the truth. So think about what they did. They won that game 22-0. They had 423 yards of total offense, 282 passing, but they ran it for 141 yards. That's pretty great for them. They got back to balance. And he pointed out, man, they went 11-19 on third down. That's
we should have been 16-19.
Right? All right, but they dominated time of possession, 35 minutes to 25. That was a performance.
No.
That's not one that requires a rant from the quarterback after the game. unless the quarterback is saying, I need more shine here because I should have had more yards.
You never accept anything in a win you wouldn't accept in a loss. He said, yeah, we won 22-0. Yeah, we had 423. Yeah, we're 11-19. But that won't win against good football teams.
Oh.
That's not a good football team.
Interesting.
You see, sometimes, Skip, you can get a lot of good coaching points out of a win because it's hard to get. Well, actually, you learn more from a loss because then the coach will get your undivided attention. A lot of times when you win, you sweep things up. Oh, we won. That's no big deal. Aaron Rodgers says, no, this is unacceptable. We're better than this. We're more than 22 points better than that football team.
So Aaron Rodgers, who was, I think, the MVP favorite going into this season, had a QBR on Sunday of a mere 58. That's a scale of 0 to 100. And that dropped him down for the year to a mere 49, which is one under 500 there.
So in other words, you're saying Aaron Rodgers is a below average quarterback?
Well, that's what his QBR says. He played below average football because he ranks 22nd among quarterbacks.
What does that rank?
This is about Aaron Rodgers, obviously.
Okay.
And I was highly amused by his quotes of yesterday. Conflict is good. You have to continue to communicate. But all that should take place, as you well know, behind closed doors. So if you have issues with Sunday's play calling, why wouldn't you go behind closed doors? Why would you blow it out for all to hear and see in your media session after the game? Why would you do that?
Like Tom,
is that communication?
Like Tom confronting Josh McDaniels?
We have to change the
I'm just asking.
Can you defend this?
No, just like I can't defend Tom's behavior on the sideline at times. You're right.
Good, says Aaron Rodgers. Well, just go talk to him about it. So he says you communicate and then you hug it out afterwards. Really?
Yeah.
I'll bet Mike McCarthy was not in a hugging mood on Sunday night after he heard this because he had already finished his media session and then his quarterback throws him under the bus and he can't even respond.
Yes, he can. He had next day.
Monday, Monday. I'm sure he slept really well on
He didn't hear about
Sunday
it. He
night.
was on.
Right?
I mean, Aaron had him a scotch. Didn't he tell you he was having a scotch?
He did.
So he said yesterday, Aaron Rodgers said, I think you're taking some of those words out of context because he says that he was talking about, I need to throw the ball to Devontae Moore. That's not what he said on Sunday night because he said that Devontae Adams should have been targeted at least 20 times. And what did I say on Monday? Aaron, you're 10 years in the league. You can do that if you want to. You can hear the play call. You can stand up and scan the field, and you could say, you know what, I'm going to check to Devontae, or I'm going to just give him a little hand signal. This is for you. So it's up to Aaron Rodgers. He can finesse that game plan. He can do it. He blamed it all on the game plan from his head coach, the play calling of his head coach.
It's an emotional game, and sometimes when emotion is high, I told you logic is low. So he went home. He had a nice little glass of Macallan.
He
see that bottle?
I need a couple scotch.
Yeah, but there's a bottle of Macallan sold yesterday, Skip, for $1.1 million.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
nor do I care.
I might have bought it.
Okay. Really? You could afford it. We know that.
Don't do this, guys.
Then.
A little bit too what?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll send it back.
Your TV wife said no to that.
I'll send it back.
I'm just looking out for the finances. Sorry.
Yep.
Skip, you're a hater.
I'm not a hater. I'm just putting this in context because this is the truth of how hard this guy is
Tom
to deal
Brady
with.
does that on the sideline.
We're okay.
What about Tom?
When does he do it? Help me out. When does he do it on the sideline?
When he got into it with Josh McDaniels last year.
He didn't get into it.
Yes, he did.
He threw a bad ball, and he's trotting to the sideline, and his offensive coordinator shows him up on national TV by giving him one of these. What are you doing?
Yeah, okay.
And Tom Brady, and I tell you, he plays on the emotional edge. He is psycho.
Oh, he can handle it.
He just goes off on him, and he deserves to.
He can handle that behind closed doors?
He's won 5 Super Bowls.
That ain't got nothing to do with it. Sometimes people do great things.
No, please.
Are wrong.
That's just an emotional outburst.
Well, that's what Aaron had.
And how many times did Tom Brady do that? Ever?
He did it to Bill O'Brien.
Yeah, he did.
Remember him
Bill
and Bill
O'Brien over.
He did Taekwon Underwood.
Underwood, who lasted 4 games that
I don't
season.
care if he lasted 4 seconds.
And again, Tom Brady is sitting clear over on the bench, and he says to Taekwon, you ran the wrong route. He didn't go show him up on the edge of the sideline in front of the cameras. He's clear back on the bench.
Well, clearly Bill O'Brien heard it.
And Taekwon didn't last more than 4 more games. Then he's cut.
Did Bill O'Brien?
Bill O'Brien goes in there and tries to referee.
No, he didn't.
And Tom Brady says, get out of my face.
No, Bill O'Brien says, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you more time.
You know what? Tom Brady owes his career to Bill O'Brien owes his career to Tom Brady. Owes his career.
Bill told him to sit down.
And
your
how
$5 before I make change. That's what Bill told him.
How does Bill still have his job in Houston? That's debatable. I don't know.
Well,
I'm just
now you taking shots at Bill O'Brien.
Well, I don't know.
Because he told Tom Brady, it's not your job to coach. I'll correct him.
Okay.
And now you go to defend. I can't believe you, Skip.
But Tom Brady made Bill O'Brien. He did. He just did. Sorry. Where would Bill O'Brien be without Tom Brady? Where would he be?
Coach Belichick gave him an opportunity. He showed he had the merits to be a coach in this league.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Tom Brady's got a bunch of people, good jobs.
Oh, no.
He does it all. He does it all. And since you want to talk about Tom Brady, hey, I'm going to help you out. Because Tom Brady and Drew Brees can both make history this week. But who has had the more impressive career? Mark Schlereth is here, and he's going to tell us his thoughts next.
I'm finna call.